Welcome back to F1 2019, guys. Thank you so much for checking out our career mode. This is part 17 at Russia. Now, in our past couple of races, we've actually been doing pretty well. We are officially back to the #1 McLaren driver in front of our teammate Sebastian Vettel. It still shocks me every single time that he is our teammate, but we've got him now, and we're doing pretty well as a team. We've actually overtaken Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship. Anyways, we're almost about to wrap up our first season of F1 2019, and with it comes some new regulation changes for the future, which basically means some of the upgrades we did need to get fixed in order for them basically not to get deleted for the next year. So long story short, this guy came into the room, said blah 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 blah, we need to repair our engine and our durability stuff. So if you notice, all the orange on here and the silver now are parts that we need to adapt and have already adapted. So recently we've been putting a lot of our R&D points into that stuff and not really upgrading the car. I do need to come in here and upgrade this just so we've got that locked in. And then going forward, we've got to make sure all of these orange parts are all silver or we'll lose them in the next season. So long story short, I don't know if we're going to be able to do any more upgrades to the car. We'll have to see. Anyway, speaking of the car, let's get it out on the track and bang in one hell of a lap at Russia. Alrighty, so welcome to Russia. This is an awesome circuit. We've been going through some of my not so favorite circuits in F1. However, I don't know what it is about this one. There's just something good about it, and I find that I can actually do really well here. Anyway, something I forgot to mention, we've got a team goal going on right now to qualify first in one of our races. Now, last episode, we actually missed it. We just drove around a track that we weren't particularly good at. So hopefully today, because this is a track that I know pretty well, hopefully we can do that. We'll see how it all comes together. We're running a custom setup, a new-ish engine. We've got quite a bit of horsepower in the car. We'll see what we can do, but we're really going to need to attack all of these corners. Honestly, though, our little McLaren here just feels so goddamn good. Oh, okay. The McLaren honestly feels really good to drive. It feels so planted. There's our teammate Sebastian Vettel currently with pole position. To be honest, it's not been the best opening lap, but hopefully we'll be able to do, I mean, we will do another one with no talking and stuff. Yeah, we're not going pole position with those type of lines. However, we'll get the car to the finish line. We'll see what time we've got for the moment.
You've just put in the fastest lap. Good job.
How? I know we can go a hell of a lot quicker than that, so that's kind of strange. Okay, we're already getting knocked down. All right, so we'll skip to the end of qualifying, bang in another lap with no talking, as per always, and hopefully we should end up first. We have a lot of room to clean up that lap. Oh, boys, we are looking green. Look at that green time. I really need the pole position for all those resource points. Come on, get to the line. Please, please. We get an achievement. Perfect start. First place. Pole position. That's what I'm talking about. All of our upgrades, it wasn't even close. Look at the two McLarens and then everybody else. Today might be a day of racing our teammate. Man, I honestly can't believe that. We got our team goal successfully done. Oh, today should be a good race. All right, well, welcome to Russia. It looks like a very stormy day. I didn't actually check before if we're gonna get any rain. Who knows? That'll change up the race quite a bit. However, we've got pole position. It is a McLaren 1-2. Can't remember the last time that happened. That is incredible. The Ferrari boys in 5th and 6th, respectively. That's really unfortunate. Our buddy, Devon Butler, all the way down in 9th place. George Russell and Kubica doing extremely well for themselves. Alex Albon, the new Red Bull boy, down in 18th place. And the Saubers, or the Alfa Romeos, not good. All right, so mission number 1. No, we're not going to get any rain. This is perfect. So we got a pretty straightforward race ahead of us. Start on the soft compound tires on lap 10. We jump onto the mediums, and those go to the end of the race. Let's go 26.5 laps of fuel. All right, starting from the front of the grid. This hasn't happened in a long time. Rev it up. And away we go for the Russian Grand Prix. We get away quite clean, but our teammate Sebastian Vettel gets off to a very good start as well. He's got the inside line where it's going to be a drag race into the first quarter. We're actually up into rich revs. I want to get in front of Vettel before anything happens. We're going to leave our teammate plenty of room. And I think we got it. First position. All right, let's chuck it right away down into lean revs. Start saving some fuel, and we're in complete control of this race. All right. I think not only this is a combination of one, having the fastest car, and two, having a pretty much brand new engine at this point in the season. Today, honestly, should be a pretty easy victory. I don't want to get into anything too crazy. Just, we're going to play it by the book. We're going to do our thing, run our race, control the whole thing, and hopefully by the end of it, we got ourselves a first place. For the meantime, though, I'm going to chuck the car up to standard revs. I'm going to see if I can try to get away from my teammate, because obviously they're going to get DRS soon, right? And that means they're going to be pushing real hard and catching up to me really quickly. So if I can get away from him now, I think that makes my chances better later on in the race. Like, I can save fuel at any time. I think right now, though, is the time for us to go and try to pull away from our teammate. Somebody's had an issue. Somebody's really far in last place. That would be one of the Hasses coming down the straight. Wait, he just went into the pits. He was following the pit line. If I go to the race director and I go all the way down to the bottom, that's Grosjean. He's stopped for the hard compound tire. He must have crashed. I don't know what happened. I didn't see anything myself. I just saw his little dot way back in the distance. The people in last place will only be a worry if I'm trying to lap them. For right now, though, no problem. All right, DRS is available now. I'm gonna chuck the car up to rich revs. He's actually still within a second back there. So let's go try to pull this little gap away a little bit bigger. And if he starts battling with the Ferrari, then that's perfect. Then we've got an easy victory. There we go. Look at that gap now. Now Vettel is going to be battling with the Ferrari. Oh, boys, we are in a good spot now. I know I should probably be helping out my teammate and stuff, but I want the points. Let's be honest, Vettel hasn't really helped me out at all this season, except for joining the McLaren team. However, other than that, he's just made my life more difficult. We got a 2-second lead on him. All right, back to the fuel save mode. Oh, boys, look what's happened behind now. Leclerc has overtaken Vettel. Those guys are doing exactly what I said they would. I thought they would get into a little battle. That's exactly what's happened. And I'm just running away. There's nothing that any of these guys can do right now. And only a couple corners later, Vettel is suddenly back in front of the Ferrari. I know it's really early, but I think it's already time in the race where we say, time to put head down, put some laps into the car, put some distance into the car, and wait for our pit stop. We got 4 laps to go. Until then, every single battle that takes place behind there is just allowing me to run more and more into the distance and basically be less interrupted. So I'm not complaining at all. 2.5 second gap right now. Alrighty, so it's been a pretty uneventful couple of laps. We are about 3.1 seconds in front of our teammate, and Kubica is out of the race after he had a very good start. What have you done? Oh, that looks like a Williams who is going very slowly. Don't know what the problem with his car is, but it's just going really slow. I'll count that as a breakdown for Kubica in the bin. Sorry, buddy. Anyways, time for us to go and jump into the pits. Lean revs we go. Our teammate is back there. We were sliding around the circuit a lot. I don't really want to risk it like I was saying. I'd rather play it very safe, get the easy victory, than have any issues. There's our teammate. He's going to go flying past, as will all the Mercs, the Ferraris, and whoever else stays on the circuit. But hopefully, this means we should get some clear air to go back into. Let's go. Let's not mess this up at all. Down. Pretty good stop. Didn't stall it that time. Now, if I'm lucky, I should be able to slot back in. All right, so there is George Russell up the road, and we kind of are going to get stuck behind him. He's on the soft compound tires, so he'll actually be going in pretty soon, if not this lap. All right, Russell, if you'd like to give me a little bit of a tow all the way down here. We're up to rich revs. DRS is open. Round the outside. Why do you even bother trying to defend that, bro? For real, that was the quickest Sector 2 of the Grand Prix. That's what I'm saying, man. This car is fast. Like, really fast now. There is Danny Rick up in the distance. We're going to pass a couple people in the pits up to P8 for now. And I think we'll catch up to Danny Rick probably pretty soon. You want to know the other good thing? Check our name right now. We've got the fastest lap in this Grand Prix. Hell yeah. Not just 25 points, 26 big points if we can hold this for the rest of the race. For the moment, though, we'd like it if Danny Rick was able to get out of the way. I mean, we're going to get DRS and stuff. We'll do it again. Rich revs. Wing open up. And a big ol' McLaren engine, which I've done a very, very good job upgrading, powers us through. I don't know why these guys are trying to defend on me so hard. Teammate is in the pits. There he finally goes. Keep it on the circuit, please. That'd be good. I don't think we'll have an issue getting past Vettel in the pits. I don't think we got held up that much. I mean, he did have clear air. But yeah, we're going to get right the way past him. And I think with that, going to put us back in first place. Actually, we got Butler all the way up. Ugh, our best friend, who if we see, we will definitely spin out again. Vettel has come out in front of the guys behind, which is really, really good. So I think now this will probably be an easy victory all the way to the finish line. We'll just pass these two guys in front of us when they jump into the pits, and that'll do it. I like how I'm saying that'll do it. We're not even halfway through this race yet. There we go. Both those guys jump into the pits. That is Butler, and that is Lewis Hamilton. And more importantly, first place. We've also now got a 4.5 second gap on Vettel behind us. We might actually lap somebody this race. Well, boys, it's been a couple of laps, and I'm still in first place, and to be honest, I've been getting a little bored up here. I've been trying to set fastest laps of the Grand Prix, which I was actually able to do one. I set a 1:35.9, which is actually a pretty good time around here. It's, kind of lonely in first position. Blue flag. We are approaching back markers. That is the first time I've seen that in this game. Oh, that's cool. Thank you, Danny Rick, for pulling over. I mean, it wasn't the safest pullover ever, but you do you, buddy. Okay, I think there must be something seriously wrong with that Renault behind us, because there is no reason for us to run away by like a second in one sector alone. Well, to be honest, this is probably going to be our easiest F1 race of all time. It is the final lap. I don't even think we've had to make like a proper overtake happen this entire race. We just covered off Vettel at the very start, and then other than that, we have not looked back. Technically, the only person who we overtook was Danny Rick, and that was when we lapped him. We're actually catching up to another back marker now. We'll see if we can get him as well. Not only, though, do I think our car is OP now, I think we've also got to up the difficulty a little more. We've been doing it every so often as I've had like good races and stuff like that. But I think today definitely confirms we've got to up it. We'll probably be running 102, 103 AI. Anyways, here we go. We're about to make our second overtake. This time on Grosjean. I have no grip in this car anymore. There is nothing anymore. I don't know why these tires feel so gone. Their tire wear is not crazy. The heat's not crazy. My wheel did a weird thing. That's an easy victory. That was a 10-second lead we had just there. Ice, cool. Completed a clean. That's my first ever clean race. No way. All right, well, GG McLaren. There you go. Another victory for the boys in orange. So finally, we've got a McLaren 1-2. Something I really, really didn't expect to happen, but there it is. I think the McLaren is officially OP now. Let's see where everybody else finishes up. Devon Butler down in 8th position. Lewis in 4th. Max Verstappen having a rough race. Carlos Sainz all the way down in 7th. Russell starting 11th, finishing in 11th. And then all the way down at the bottom, Kubica gets the DNF. Ricciardo and Grosjean both get lapped. Hold on, was there actually like an incident that happened? Collision with Kubica. Danny Rick took him off. Okay. He had a mechanical failure in the end that might have been caused by Ricciardo's crash. And then Grosjean crashed into Magnussen. So yeah, Haas is doing their thing and Albon is trying to kill his teammate. Or the driver he's replaced. In terms of the standings, we jump up to 4th place, take over Bottas. We are 58 points behind Lewis. I don't know if we'll catch him up. There's a lot of competition at the top of the pack, but we'll see. Constructors, nothing's changing, but we are extending our gap away from the Red Bull boys. Anyways, thank you so much for checking out this episode. A little bit of a boring one just because our car is so quick, but for the next episode, we will be sure to turn up the difficulty. Until then, though, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. See you then. Bye!